Soviet soldiers raised their machine guns, but what they aimed at were their own fellow countrymen. And behind these fellow countrymen were German soldiers following. This was exactly a plot of the German army, using Soviet civilians as human shields to threaten the Soviet soldiers into not daring to launch an attack on them. The Soviet soldiers, looking at their fellow countrymen in front of them, were caught in a dilemma. If they opened fire, they would hurt their fellow countrymen. If they didn't, they would be attacked by the German soldiers. In the end, in order not to harm their fellow countrymen, the Soviet soldiers decided to desert and leave the position. Even though they were attacked by the German soldiers, they didn't choose to fight back. And this made it very easy for the German army to occupy the territory of the Soviet army. The German officer was very proud. He thought those Soviet civilians were no longer useful, so he picked up a submachine gun and started firing at the Soviet people, killing them all. Subsequently, the German officer made a phone call to tell his superiors that he had completed the offensive mission. However, what he didn't know was that the Soviet soldiers in the distance heard the gunshots. They determined that the German army had already killed their fellow countrymen. So they immediately took out their weapons and rushed back, wanting to avenge their fellow countrymen. The German army didn't expect that the Soviet soldiers would come back to fight. Being caught off guard, they were routed by the Soviet soldiers and could only abandon the territory they had just occupied and flee back to Germany.